Well, hello everybody. It's Dr. Carmen Bryant, Car Chronicles. You ready? Let's go. So let's talk about this anxiety after you leave the narcissist. Now, I want you to think about this, and I'm coming from my clinical perspective on this. So you've been in a situationship with a narcissist, and so when you are at home, for those of you that were married or dating or whatever, you know that you always walked on eggshells. You are always anxious. You don't know how they're going to act when they come home. You don't know whether they're going to be upset. You don't even know. Some of you guys know, but you're in denial that they're with someone else. And so when that somebody else, or when that Hoover, or not the Hoover, but the love bombing goes wrong, you know that you end up paying the price for the other person. But you and your whole family walk on eggshells because you never know what that narcissist is going to be like when they come in that door. So you have panic attacks and anxiety attacks and just a nervous stomach, and you have digestive issues and all sorts of stomach problems. Even when you hear their car pull up, immediately you're just nervous because you never know, what you're going to get. Like, what was it, Forrest Gump? You never do. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And in this situation, each one of you got a narcissist. When they drive home, you never know what you're going to get when they walk in the door, right? So I want you to think about this for just a minute. In that domestic violence, that cycle of domestic violence, or that cycle of narcissist abuse, and I'm talking about the abusive part, you are accustomed to, because they have trained you. You know what they look like when they get angry. You know when they're getting elevated. You know when they're starting to get agitated. So when I say accustomed, I'm meaning that you are aware. You know what to expect, and you know when you just know their facial expressions. You've been around them long enough, so you know when they're getting elevated. And one thing that a narcissist cannot stand or cannot handle is peace. Peace and quiet torments them because they are a tormented individual. And you could tell that they're tormented because they don't want anyone around them that have peace and quiet. So they always disrupt your peace and quiet because they feel like you don't deserve it if they can't have it. And they never have peace and quiet. As long as you're tormented, they're happy because they don't have to deal with the torment on the inside of them while they're watching you be tormented. So check this out. So for some of you that end up leaving and you get your own little piece of heaven, you get your own apartment, it's finally peace and quiet, and you're nervous. You're having panic attacks. You have anxiety all the time, and you don't even know why. Because of the fact that your expectation is something's going to happen. I don't deserve to be in peace and quiet. I don't deserve to be happy. Something always happens. You know that anytime there's peace and quiet, you're triggered because there's always something that happens in my peace and quiet. So you live your life in your peace and quiet, anxious, unhappy. I can't be by myself. I can't be left to my own thoughts because of the fact that they trained you that way. You got to get help. You got to go deal with that anxiety. And that's the residue of coming from a relationship like that.